The African continent was for me automatic thing. Of course, we went there. As I said, I was there more than 100 times. And then in 1990, I started the first time to go to Brazil because of the Paraíba tourmaline. Paraíba made me go. We had very good connections to Brazil for supply. It was automatically, they sent the stones, we looked at the stones, we bought them, and so on. So I didn't have to go, like in Africa. In Africa, I had to go and look. And in Brazil, they could also send you stones in aquamarine, in tourmaline, and so on. It was always an easy business. And then the Paraíba made me go, made me visit Brazil. And it was a very, very good thing because I had connections with the founder of the mine, and also with many other people. And Paraíba, because you also wanted to know what was our main seller. Paraíba was in the last decade, or the last 2 decades, we have to say, our seller number 1. Yeah. But before, what we mentioned before, Tanzanite was also, as I said before, once for about maybe also 10 years, our seller number 1. But Paraíba changed the whole thing. The dollar was strong in those days. I saw the first stones with a dealer from Brazil with 400 Deutschmark in these days, which is the same, like $180 in those days. And we couldn't believe it, but I bought it because the color talked to me. The color of Paraíba talked to me, and I saw a success in it if there is more stones. And today, to me, as an old guy in these things with experience, I think they overdo it at the moment with the price. You can easily kill an item if it's completely overpriced. So they had to be careful at the moment because of the shortage in material. The price goes, I would say, weekly goes higher. And this is to me, as an old man in this business, it's not a good sign. There are some mines in the process, but also mining became more expensive because the oil is more expensive, everything is more expensive, and we have good connections, but the material, they do not produce enough at the moment. We would buy more, we could even sell more, but we could not sell at too high prices because people, they are very sensitive now as prices are concerned. Mozambique is for us a very good thing because we had good connections to some of the miners, and we still have. But as I said today, the price is, and the sorting also from this material is not what we are normally expected from stones. And it makes it difficult, but we still buy. But we see there is a borderline for things. You have to be very careful not to overdo it in prices. There is production, yeah. From Nigeria, there is no production. And from Brazil, there is production. And but very little and very, very high prices. But we only buy at the moment, if we buy from Mozambique. Still Paraíba. Still, even with the problems in all these things, it's still Paraíba, yeah. And then we sell also very well in tourmalines, that's one of the main things, and also aquamarine. Tanzanite is a little bit, because of the unrest in prices, is a little bit declining, and also the turnover. Unfortunately, because to me it's a nice stone. Today, our main market is still the US. Still the US, very good, and Europe comes next, and then Far East. But Far East, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, was our market number 1. But because of the problems in Hong Kong, in Hong Kong, people are not traveling anymore, and there were no trade fairs in Hong Kong. Before there were 3, 4, 5, too many actually, but they had 3 very good shows. And people, they came from all the surrounding countries, to Hong Kong. It was nice to travel there. Everything was easy. You could bring in what you want. You could take out what you wanted. And this is really hitting the market. And we are not exhibiting at this year in Hong Kong because we don't see a big change in it, unfortunately. But this is not good. So that's why US is number one, Europe number two, and that means including Germany and everything. But we hope that things are getting better in Hong Kong. But the hope is there, but we are not sure. Our marketing is still depending on trade fairs. We are joining 8 trade fairs a year, and we have several good salesmen on the road. And this is today the main seller, They are good people, they have knowledge and stones, and they are selling, and what we also do, we give a very good service. If customer calls you, the customer has a problem. He calls not to talk to you, he has a problem, and you have to help to solve the problem. And that's what we do. We concentrate really on service. If we have sold to a customer a nice drop shape in Tanzanite, and then he calls, he said, Karl Egon, we need a pair matching this drop. We send him a pair. Or we send him an old. That's our service. Or I have chipped the stone a little bit. Can you recut it? Yeah, we do it for free. No, that's what we do. The service is for us very important. People, they are expecting knowledge from us, and they are hungry to learn knowledge. And your salesmen, they have to be very good. They have to be GIA, or they have to go to the courses here in Germany, and they like to talk to somebody who has knowledge. If you send there a guy who sells bath tubes today and the grandmother tomorrow, that's not the people for this trade. You have to have knowledge, and you have to be nice. There is competition, and it's still because I, and even my son and my son-in-law, we are concentrating on these people, and we train people well, and we like to employ good people with us. We don't like to see, say, a big success and nothing later on. That's not the main thing. Yeah, we want to be honest and so on. Competition in IDA and around IDA has always been fair and healthy. Fair, fair means we competed with each other during the day. Maybe you are my competitor today, and then we went for a beer or a drink in the bar the same night. It was always good, and it still is good in IDA. And there is nothing which hurts somebody, when we don't do that. People is and healthy because you do better and you try to become better. That's what makes competition also healthy. There has to be competition, otherwise everything would go flat.